Hi everyone. So this tutorial is all about the Nodemation and automation tool. So in this video I will show you how we will use the Mongo database. We'll get some data from the database and we'll post that database into the Google Sheet. So we'll use different nodes here. So first I will show you how we will get started. So you can install it either using the npm, or you can directly use this npx n8n to install it. So here I will use this npx n8n. So once you'll run this command in your terminal, so I have already run it, like here I will show you npx n8, and at the end, when all the stuff that it will complete, then it will show you can access the Nodemation at this address, or you can directly press O here in the terminal and it will redirect you to the same. Like I have pressed the O, so here is a Nodemation. So you may be already knowing or not. Let me tell you, here we can create this new workflow. We can open the existing one, we can save. This is a save as. You can rename the workflow, you can delete the workflow, you can download the workflow as JSON. You can import the URL, import from the URL any workflow, or you can import from your local file system. And here are the settings. Let's first save this as, let's give it any name, Mongo Google Sheets. Let's save this. So the first thing that we'll do, we'll add here, you can add the cron, also add cron job. So add the cron time, like you can add anything, you can set any time. So at that time this will get triggered. Like I'm using every minute. You can execute the node. Okay, let's open the MongoDB. So it is showing that you need to select the credentials. So I have already created this credential, so you can create the new one. So it will ask you here the credentials name. You can give any credentials name. Here there are two types of configuration type: connection string or the values. If you select the values, then you have to individually fill these columns, like host, the name of the database, the username and the password, and also select the port on which your the MongoDB database is running, and you can save it later. Since I have already created my Mongo, I will explain you what I have did. There are two. I have named it as my Mongo, so I have selected here as the connection string. So how we'll get this connection string? I'm using MongoDB Compass for Mongo database. So if I will select here, if I will give them these details individually, so the local host name is this, the port on which it is running is this, authentication is none, or you can directly paste the connection string. So here is my connection string. You can edit this. I can copy this. I have already copied that. Let's go to here, and using this connection string you can paste the connection string here. So then you have to give the name of the database. Since I have 4 databases here, you can see admin config local meteor, so I'm selecting the meteor as my database here and I'm saving it. Okay, it's fine, credentials updated. So the operation that we want to perform on this Mongo database, there are always the 4 operations like the CRUD operation, delete, find, insert, update. So I'm reading the data from my database, so I'm using the find documents. Here the collection, showing you need to give the name of the collection from your database that you want to read, on which you want to perform the operation. So in this Meteor database there are so many collections. So let's say I will use this tagged message collection. I paste the name of this collection here. If I will open this collection, there are so many objects here, so we don't need now this thing, I think. Okay, let's execute the node. Okay, data got executed here. So this is the data in the JSON form. So you can see, so this operation is successful here. Let's close this. Now the another thing that we need here is the Google Sheets. Okay, it's giving me error, you need to give the Google API. So I have already created one, named it as a test API. So let me show you. You can give any name here, credentials name. So it's asking you for the email and the private key, from where you'll get this email and the private key. So you have to create a service account on the Google Cloud APIs. So this service account you have to create. You can create here the new service account. You can give the account name, anything. So according to account name, anything you type, so it will automatically create your service account ID. So after that, since I don't need, because I have already created one, you can create here. So after creating, it will show you this email ID here, this account that I have created. So now one more thing you need here, you need to add a key. So I have already created a key. So let's say if I will create a new key, I want to download this as JSON. So the key is right now downloaded here in the JSON format. So here this is the project ID, this is a private key, this is the private key here up to this. So do one thing, whenever you upload this private key, replace these with the none. So what I mean that there are some next lines everywhere, like here or here, so you need to replace these \n with the none. Okay, don't forget to do that. And here is this, the client email. These are the things that we need here, the email and private key, and save it. So after save, the operation that we want to perform, we don't want to clear, we want to append the data to the sheet. So after that, it's asking me for the sheet ID. So here is in the empty Google Sheet ID, let's name it anything, sheet my data. So here is this ID that we will copy and paste inside this sheet ID, and a range. So if we will look at our data, let me first put this at F. So the range of the columns will be from A to E. Okay, so let's try this, execute this node, or we need anything else to do. So it's giving me this permission denied error. So let's first do one thing. Okay, we will do what we will do. Okay,
Sure, on the website indiatimes.com they say the microphone is back on.
so we need this email ID, and we will paste this email ID here because we have to give permission to this email ID. We have to give the permission to this email ID to append the data into this sheet. So we'll send this. Okay, so after this we'll do one thing, we'll execute the node. Could not retrieve the column data. Okay, so this error is here because if let's first, so these are the things that we need to add. The column names, it's important. Control V. Okay, here is the ID, tag name, message ID, tag that. Okay, so we have given here the name of the columns, ID, tag name, message ID, and tag ID. So the range will be A to E, the same range that we have given here in the Google Sheets, A to A. So this is the sheet ID. The operation that we want to perform is the append. So let's execute the node now. Let's see. Okay, nice, the workflow got executed. Let's move to the Google Sheet, and the data is here. You can see the whole data is rendered on this sheet. So thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions related to this Nodemation or related to this MongoDB and some installation stuff, please post your comments, ask the questions. I will answer your questions, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, and keep watching.